It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. No, I'm joking, of course. That's actually a song lyric from a song. That wasn't just me saying that or making it up. That's a song that you can find on, who knows, songs.com. It's a song by Nelly Furtado. And it is called It's Getting Hot in Here, so take off all your clothes. I believe is the name of it. I would check songs.com. But it's basically a song about it getting hot. And I thought I would start the episode with that, just as like a just as like a funny little thing, because it's I'm in LA and it's really hot. I've got the AC cranking. Hold on, let me put my phone right up to the AC so you can hear it. And hear that? It's cranking. It's cranking right up my ass as the heat wave rips across the United States and the European states. Boy, is it hot. But yet we persevere. Yet I persevere to bring you a new episode of Laser Show. But don't worry, that was just a song. I did that as like a joke. I was just joking around, singing a song. It used to be on the radio. I think you can find it on songs.com or music.com. And it's by Nelly Furtado. It's a song basically basically says it's getting hot in here. So it's a song about it being hot out or being hot in. So it's basically about it's a song that's about it being hot in here. So it would be like a room. So it's basically being hot in a room. So they must not have had a split unit Daikin AC like I have here in West Hollywood. And it's a song about maybe it's about a sauna even, because it's basically a song about it's being hot in here, so you have to take off all your clothes because it's so hot. And so so I was basically just doing a joke, kind of a reference to that song. It's a song from a few years ago. It's by Nelly Furtado, and it's basically, so it's hot in LA. So I'm coming to you. This is welcome to summer. Welcome to summer. It's July. It's my birthday month. We love July, don't we, folks? Hope everyone had a good 4th. And it's really hot, and things are going really bad for me financially. But this is episode 54 of the Laser Show. Welcome to it. The following podcast contains lasers that may trigger seizures in photosensitive viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. This is Laser Show.
Pump up the volume, pump up the volume, pump up the volume, dance, dance.
Good day, good morrow, good goose, good pheasant. Welcome to episode 54 of Laser Show. I am your host, Gucci Greatness, the Fabergé Fiend, Dr. Drip, Guac Daddy, 3-time Employee of the Week, 1-time Employee of the Month, inaugural at both, and second alderman of the 3rd Ward of Cass County, Missouri, and inaugural headliner of the Cassopolis Comedy Festival in Cass County, Indiana, Ryan O'Flanagan. Welcome to episode 54. Sorry for the delay. I've had a lot going on. Some good, some bad. But shout out to the guy on Instagram yesterday when I posted my brand new tour poster, who said, yeah, touring is good and all, but we need a new Laser Show. And I thought, oh, fuck, I haven't done Laser Show in a minute, have I? So you can all thank him for getting me back on the goose, back on the pheasant. I haven't talked to my laser heads in a minute. It's been since early June. It's been over a month. I basically do about a monthly thing. Happy summer, folks. These are some interesting times. I've been going through it. I am in financial ruin. I'm going to go ahead and just open this episode 54. Hey, look at us, huh? 54. Almost halfway to 109. And everything has gone to shit. I ran out of money. I need help. And I'm just going to open with this. I don't know. You know, you got to get people while they're here. I don't know how long people listen to these episodes. Maybe you listen to the first few minutes and then you get tired of my ass and my girth. So I need to get your attention. Folks, I need help. Let's be honest, folks, I need help. I can't make rent this month. If everyone listening to this podcast, folks, it's no one's fault but my own. Look, I know what I've done. I never should have pursued this career, if we're being honest. I should have had more of a backup plan. I should have developed any skill in the world. And somehow working at that movie theater for 8 months didn't just vault me into financial stability for the rest of my life. It did vault me into financial stability for a few months, and those months are over, and I am fucked. If everyone listening to this podcast right now, folks, please, I'm not too proud to beg. If everyone listening to this podcast right now Venmos me $10, let's say, hey, if you want to send more, oh, please, God, please, God, please. If everyone just Venmos me $10, not if you're like my family. Dad, not you. Dad, not you. If you're like a close friend of mine, nah, not you. I feel weird. If I'm gonna see you in the next month, not you. Everyone else, if you could just Venmo me $10 or more if you want, I could afford rent. I could afford rent next month. Otherwise, we are looking at I'm going to have to dip into my IRA. What do you guys think? Should I dip into my IRA or my Bitcoin? You dip into the IRA, you got to pay taxes on it. Sure. Yeah, that's something I knew for sure before people started telling me that. Yeah, I know. Oh, you got to pay a fee on that. Yeah, I'm sure. Hey, life is a fee. Life is a fee. And it sucks. I'm really trying to avoid dipping into my IRA and dipping into my deep, deep Bitcoin pockets. I could. Is Bitcoin done? Should I leave the Bitcoin? What's going on with Bitcoin? Actually, I have a little bit of Dogecoin. That's got to be just gone now, huh? I should check. There's no way I have access to that Robinhood app or wherever the fuck I had Dogecoin. That's got to be nothing. I will dip into that if it's there. It can't possibly be there. Dogecoin? Wasn't that like a scam? I think I put like $1,000 in Dogecoin a few years ago. I should check that and see if it's at zero. If it's at anything positive over zero, I'm going to go ahead and take that out. But otherwise, if everyone just Venmos me at Ryan O'Flan, RyanOflan. If everyone just Venmos me $10, look, I see the numbers here. I see the numbers on this podcast. I know how many listeners I get. And thank you all for being the 14. I appreciate you guys. But if I can have just like $140, it would really help. You wouldn't think that would help. Oh, it could be the difference. It could be the difference in me living at Gucci Gardens going forward, or me being eviscerated, I believe it's called, when you get kicked out of an apartment. Please, if you like my art and my comedy, or even just me, or even just if you feel bad for a good man, go ahead and just Venmo me however much you can. I will name you on episode 55 as a sponsor. Or if you don't want that, if you don't want to be outed, if you don't want the old ball and chain to know that you Venmoed old Ryan O'Flanagan, maybe your bitch of a wife is like, you gotta stop Venmoing Ryan O'Flanagan. Then you can say in the caption, the comment, the note, don't mention me as a sponsor. Don't. Otherwise, I'm going to mention you as a sponsor. Speaking of people trying to help me out, and maybe their bitch wife didn't want it to happen. What happened to this guy? Some guy on TikTok offered me his car. Hey, buddy, where'd you go? I mentioned in a few episodes ago, if anyone has like a car that I could have, I don't need it. My car's running great. But I wouldn't mind an upgrade. If any of you are like filthy fucking rich, and you just have like a fucking cool car that you don't want because you're so rich and you have so many. If Jay Leno is listening to this right now, please give me your car and maybe I can Uber with it. But anyway, this guy was like responded and goes, hey, I got a car. I live in Cincinnati. If you want to come grab it. It's a Ford Fusion or some shit. '09. I thought, brother, I'm going to Cincinnati. I'm literally starting my tour in Cincinnati in September. I could fly into Cincinnati and go and get your car. That is the number one ideal situation that it could possibly be, other than it being you being in LA. That's my next trip, actually. I said, yeah, I'm down, dude. Let me know. Send me some pictures of the car. Then radio silence. 2 months now. You know it was this man's bitch wife said, don't give the fusion to some ass comedian. The comedian that's made a career out of saying ass in as many situations as possible. You know it was this man's bitch wife that wouldn't let Ryan know, that wouldn't let Gucci Greatness have the Ford Fusion. This bitch. Anyway, yeah, I would love to just do Uber. I've done Uber before. Honestly, love it. I think it's very fun. Not very fun. It's okay. You get to meet people. And you get to see really sketchy parts of the city that you would never have seen otherwise because you're simply so white. As it is, I've been doing DoorDash. Boy, is that not a lot of money. I made $16 a few days ago. My sweet 16. And then I did it again a couple days later. I made $43. Okay, now we're cooking with gas. So I've made a total of about $59 so far doing DoorDash. It sucks. And I want to do Uber Eats, but the app just doesn't work on my phone. What is wrong with these people? I keep trying to log into Uber Eats. I sent in my insurance. I send them my license. I uploaded all that. I did a background check. And then they're like, you got to turn your notifications on before you can start driving. And I turn them on and I go, okay, they're on. And they go, no, they're not. And I go, yeah, they are. I turned them on. No, they're not. I'm talking with chat. I'm talking with Aman on Uber Eats chat support. I go, Aman, come on, buddy. And they go, okay, we fixed it. Close and restart the app and it should be good. And then I do it and then nothing changes. So I've just been doing DoorDash. It's not going well. I've been applying to many jobs. Oh my God, I've applied to, you guys aren't going to believe this. I texted my friend, what up, Fish? I think Fish is a laserhead. Hey, Fish. 1 pound fish. Come on, ladies. Come on, ladies. Works at the movie theater. My old coworker at the movie theater. God. I said, brother, how are things over there? He said, good. You know, this guy that you like is a manager now. Things are good. Same old, same old. I go, fuck, man, I might really have to humble myself. And I'm already such a humble guy. But I might really have to humble myself and simply work at the fucking movie theater again. Can you imagine that, laserheads? Me, a 3-time employee of the week and 1-time employee of the month, inaugural at both. You know they'd love to have me back. But they also know I'd go running at the first sign of any wealth. But they'd take me back, I'd imagine. I was such a good employee. I don't know if you guys remember this. I was a 3-time employee of the week, 1-time employee of the month, inaugural at both. They invented the award because I was so good and I needed to be recognized. So I reached out to him. It's an option. It's an option. God, I applied to Venmo and DoorDash and a few delivery jobs. Folks, it may be time to face the music and look into a different career path. Here's the thing with that. I have no interest in anything, and I certainly have no skills. Even the shitty jobs I'm applying for now couldn't possibly want to hire me. I have nothing on my resume. In the past 10 years, I was doing comedy and acting and getting a couple commercials a year and making a ton of money for doing no work at all, and then doing comedy, and I make a little bit of money from that. And then I worked at a movie theater for 8 months believe me, I put on my resume, I was a 3-time employee of the week and 1-time employee of the month. But ain't nobody want to hire a 37, gonna be 38-year-old man who obviously doesn't want to do this. And that's right, folks, it is my birthday month, July 29th. If you guys wouldn't mind for my birthday, if everyone could just Venmo me at Ryan O'Flan, $10 or whatever you got. I would love more. I would love more. Do I have to start a GoFundMe? A GoFundMe, because that's usually for people that are, they're injured. They have hospital bills. I am medically devoid of skills. I think it's a condition at this point. So I think it's fair for me to say I do have a medical issue that I need help with. Biologically, medically, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. I cannot get a job. I don't know how to do anything. But, Laserheads, you guys know me. You guys know me better than anyone. What can I do? What should I do if not comedy? I tried to work at a travel agency last year. I thought that might be a good career path. I love planning trips, and I love geography. I like maps. I like looking at maps. I like the idea of travel, though I've done very little. I can at least fantasize about it. I thought that'd be a cool idea. And then they made me learn all this software to get that job. I said, never mind. Can't do that. Yeah, you're going to be learning software for about 2 years, and then you can maybe start making money. And you make money from you build your own client base of people that are going on trips. Of my own client, of people I know, comedians that are all doing just as bad as me. That seems like an unlikely to succeed career path. So if anyone has any ideas, because boy, oh boy, have things gone off the rails. I had to go to the dentist the other day, get a cavity filled. Something's going on with, hey, this isn't your father's dentist. It's not my father's dentist. My father lives in Seekonk, Massachusetts. What's up, Dad? They have some new stuff coming out now. They have Super Floss. This woman, I thought she was going to rip the teeth out of my head. They have Super Floss now. If you haven't experienced the Super Floss, don't recommend it. It's extreme. It's like a strip of plastic, maybe 3 millimeters thick, wide, and then just as long as you want it to be. Like a very wide piece of floss that's really like plastic. And it can't even fit between your teeth. And they have to fucking jam it in between your teeth. And this woman, it's to scrape off hard deposits. Can you believe I had hard deposits on my bottom teeth, ladies? And this woman could not get the super floss between my teeth. She was rocking my head. I felt like I was at a rock concert. This woman was rocking my head so hard back and forth, trying to get the super floss in between my 2 front teeth on the bottom. People never think about your 2 front teeth on the bottom, unless you're like a rabbit or a squirrel. They have prominent 2 front teeth on the bottom. But us common folk, us humans, we don't have to think about our 2 front teeth on the bottom. And I guess mine had hard deposits. This poor woman. And she was just the dental assistant. She just doing all this work before the big boss came in and filled my hole in my tooth because I had a filling fallout. But hey, folks, after 3 years or so of not going to the dentist, aside from that filling coming out, no new cavities. Which is pretty wild because I eat a lot of chocolate. I'm a little chocolate boy. I love eating a little bit of chocolate and a little bit of ice cream after I've been good. But no new cavities, bitch. Suck it, bitch. But then that costs money. All hell is breaking loose. Honestly, however, I will say, I know it's been a real bummer, this whole beginning of this podcast. But folks, Laserheads, you know how lonely I am. You know how I've been going through it. And boy, do I have an update of a lifetime for you Laserheads. As bad as things are going for me, financially, career-wise, I am, without question, honestly, you're not going to believe it from everything I've just said, I am easily the happiest I have been in a long time, if not ever. I have a girlfriend. And it is phenomenal. It's been like 10 years since I've had a girlfriend. Isn't that just awful to say out loud? This is my first girlfriend in my 30s. It's my 38th birthday on the 29th. This is my first girlfriend in my 30s. She's fucking awesome. So please Venmo me so I can take this poor girl. She's so sweet. and she does not judge me for doing so bad. She's very nice about it. Please Venmo me so I can take this poor girl out to a nice dinner sometime. She's great, but things are great, dude. It's been a really long time, and what a good time it is. Having a girlfriend, why didn't you guys tell me? I've been very content being alone. I'm cool with being an alone guy. I thought I was cool with being an alone guy. Dude, after 10 years, I live alone. I live at Gucci Gardens. It's a sick life. Living the bachelor life, sick life. Don't have to answer to anybody. Look at my friends and their shitty relationships and their stupid girlfriends. I go, fuck that. Nope. I have no problem being alone. And now I have this girlfriend. It's fucking awesome, dude. It's changing my life. I know how to make a breakfast burrito now. I have had to up my game a little bit, just like I have had every day for the past 10 years, I have had cereal and like 3 or 4 spoonfuls of Greek yogurt, strawberry, Chobani. We like Chobani. The CEO of Chobani gave everyone at the company a stake in the company. We like Chobani. And then a little bit of fruit. Maybe a little coffee. Every day for the past 10 years. And I'm like, I can't have a girlfriend who's an absolute 10 out of 10, awesome person, and total babe, and be like, okay, you want Honey Nut Cheerios? Babe, good morning. Would you like Honey Nut Cheerios? And I can give you your own spoon for the Chobani. It's a big tub of Chobani yogurt if you want that. So I've had to learn how to make a breakfast sandwich and a breakfast burrito. I've learned how to like cook some things. And certainly when she's not here, I have cereal and yogurt and berries. I'm not spending that much time on myself. But what a better person I've becoming. I've forgot how to speak. That kind of sucks. I'm just so speechless, flabbergasted with feelings. But it's great. We really like her. She listens to the podcast sometimes. So if you're listening, hi, Iceman. Her name's Iceman. And she's phenomenal. Everyone say hi, Iceman, if you're listening to this. We like her. We are Team Iceman. And yeah, dude, I'm stoked on it. I'm very stoked on it. But I do, there is certainly she deserves better than a man who that is begging for his podcast listeners to Venmo him. She does. But please do. Please do. And I am such a loser, and she's so nice to me. But you guys don't think I'm a loser, right? If you're listening to this podcast, you don't think I'm a loser. Guess what, guys? You're wrong. But I need your help. But keep it on the DL, dude. Keep these Venmos, make them private. No one has to know that I begged you guys for money for just like maybe just like August rent. And then maybe I could go on like a date with this girl. Maybe go to like Outback Steakhouse and I could get her like a nice, not a steak, but I could get her like a nice appetizer. Please help. I want you guys to be happy for me, but I do need your help. So, but that also takes a lot of, so that's what I've been doing is what I'm trying to say. I have been really struggling financially, looking for jobs, door dashing at night every now and again. And now I have this absolute hottie toddy of a girlfriend who I am absolutely obsessed with. And so I just haven't been doing the podcast. All of my free time now I spend just goo goo gaga. And I'm honestly a lot happier. But so I'll try to get better. I will be better. This is my July episode. I promise I will do an August episode. I don't know. It's up to you. Because if I get eviscerated from my apartment because you guys didn't Venmo me, brothers, you think you're getting a laser show? You stingy motherfuckers? Hell no. So I need your help, but not you, Dad. Dad, do not Venmo me. You've done enough. I do have a fall tour coming up. I just put out the flyer yesterday, a little tour poster I made. I need to fill in a couple more days. If anyone's in the Southeast, Tennessee, North Carolina, Kentucky area. I don't know. Look at my post and see if you think you can fit any days. I am building an entire tour around going to the Panthers' first Sunday night football game since 2016. The boys we're getting it out of the group chat. A couple of the boys were going to the Panthers-Lions game on Sunday, October 4th. That's the plan. I haven't bought tickets. I can't afford anything. I'm really hoping someone else buys the tickets, and then I will Venmo in time. But I'm planning a whole tour starting in Cincinnati, going down to Evansville and Knoxville, and I'm going to do some Nashville. I'm doing Nashville and Asheville, Lexington, Kentucky, but I could use some help if anyone has any venues around there-ish. I have a couple more days I need to fill, and I can't, Lord knows I can't just do nothing. I can't have another situation like hey, you guys remember my last tour? Remember when 3 of my 6 shows got canceled, and a 4th one only had 4 people show up? That was really bad, and we can't have that happen again. So please buy tickets to my shows. I put out a flyer yesterday that I made on ChatGPT, and I would ask everyone to shut the fuck up about hating on people using AI to make a flyer. Shut up. Hey, shut up. You know what it is? Very easy. It's very easy. Of course I got a comment. You made an AI flyer. You made an AI tour poster? Yeah, bud. Yeah, I sure did. And you know how long it took? 5 seconds. You know how long that would have taken me to make myself? 15 days. All posters look the same. Okay. As long as they convey the information I want to convey in a picture that looks better than anything I could do myself, shut up. You gotta get with the time. I love these people that are like, we shouldn't be using AI. Hey, everyone, don't use AI. Yeah, that'll work. If we just don't use AI, because AI does suck. It is in a lot of ways. It is taking jobs from people. Whoops. Do what I do. Don't have a job. Beg people for money. It's not that hard. If we just don't use AI, it'll go away. Yeah, good luck, buddy. Get with the times, bud. Welcome to the future. Women can vote. Hey, bud, black people can vote now. Sometimes time moves forward, if you can believe it. Sometimes things have to change because time, I don't know if you knew this, it goes. It goes. I don't know if when phones came out, I'm sure there were people going, don't buy phones. Don't use cell phones. They put cancer in your head. And if we just don't buy cell phones, they'll just go away and we can just stick with rotary phones and landlines. Don't buy cell phones. It's this crazy new technology that's going to take up all of our attention. And it's just not healthy to have the world at your fingertips like that. Don't buy cell. Welcome to the future, buddy. How did that go for you? When cars came around, I'm sure there were people saying, I'm not going to. Those make emissions. And they're dangerous. You can crash them. We got to stick with horses and bicycles. Horse and carriage. I'm not going to buy a car. Buddy, look around you. This is the future. AI is not only very much a part of the present, it is the entire future. Like it or not, it is happening, and you're not going to be able to live any part of your life without AI in time. You gotta just accept it, dude. It's so ignorant to me, people that say, don't use AI. Shut the fuck up. Go outside. You really made an AI tour poster? Yeah. And you saw it, and now you see my tour dates. I guess it worked, didn't it? You piece of shit! Look, and that's just for the preliminary tour poster to get the word out that I have these shows and that if anyone can help me fill in the rest of the dates, then I will finalize my tour. And when the tour is finalized, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to hit up my friend Sam, who is a graphic designer, and I will pay him money to make a good, not AI tour poster. I think that's fair, and I think we should support artists that do things like that. Yes, if you can. And you think I got money to be paying Sam? Hell no. Sam's got a nose ring. He should be paying me. But for a preliminary, if it looks better than anything I can make on Canva, a preliminary post that uses the same font as all the AI tour posters. I know they all look the same. Get with the times, brother. Look around you. Go outside and look around you. Argentina's in the World Cup. I don't know. I couldn't think of an example of something that you would have to get with the times. Hey, happy World Cup almost being over. That was kind of an exciting time, huh? I went to a World Cup game. My friend Anthony, who has a lot of money, he had an extra ticket to Switzerland versus Bosnia and Herzegovina. Herzegovina? How do you say it? Herzegovina, I believe. I like Bosnia, but I hate Herzegovina. So I was kind of torn. But I was rooting for Switzerland. It happened here in LA at SoFi Stadium. I went. I'd never been to a professional soccer game before. It was so fun. But I was rooting for Switzerland because I've been to Switzerland. And that's the only reason why. And then I went to the game, and it is 95% Bosnia and Herzegovina fans. I go, wow, this must be the entire population of Bosnia and Herzegovina came to this show. I call it a show, the soccer show. And Switzerland fucking slaughtered them, and we got sat in the Switzerland section, there was 2 Switzerland sections, so however many people that is. And then the whole rest of the stadium was blue for Bosnia and Herzegovina. And we whooped him 4-1, I believe it was. But it's been fun, man. That was really fun. It was a fun experience live. I mean, the crowd was so fun and so into it. Soccer crowds are really fun. I will say this, soccer still easily the worst sport. And it's not close. Soccer sucks, dude. I am sorry. There was, I don't know, it was like Ghana or maybe like Haiti or someone was playing a much better team than them. And they were heavy underdogs. This is in the group stage early on. And they tied 0-0. And Ghana or Haiti or whoever it was, I feel awful that I'm confusing those two things. I know they're different. I know they're different places. But they were over the moon that they tied with a better team, and the final score was 0-0. These people are going nuts like they just won the World Series. Happy for them that, that they didn't lose. But also, how shitty is your sport that we're really running around hugging that after a 0-0 game? Everyone should be embarrassed. The whole sport should be embarrassed that is an option at all for a game to end 0-0. You should be ashamed of yourself. FIFA should be ashamed. Soccer should be ashamed. Soccer sucks. How many games are just 1-0? 1-0? It feels so easy. Baseball has made such strides in trying to be more entertaining with the pitch clock and bigger, making first base bigger, making the bases bigger, whatever the hell they're doing. The fucking challenging the calls, ABS, whatever it's called. Phenomenal improvement to the sport. They know it's kind of boring. They're trying to make it better. Soccer, there are such easy fixes you can make. First of all, no game should ever end in people just doing penalty kicks and just kicking the ball into the goal with a goalie, and the goalie just has to guess where you're going to kick it, and the goalie's either right or wrong. And you win the World Cup from that. You can win the greatest championship that there is in the sport based on, I'm going to guess that he's going to kick it to the left, and then just dive to the left. And then if he kicks it to the right, you are diving to the left as he's kicking it the other way, and you go, dang it, we just lost the biggest championship in the entire world every 4 years because I don't know, maybe he'll kick it this way, and it'll work out that I'll block it. Fuck your sport. You know when I played soccer growing up. You know why I played it growing up? Because it's for children, and it's a sport where you can run around and kick a ball. And all you have to do is run around and kick the ball. And there's incredible athleticism at the professional level, but you have a professional athleticism playing a game that's most popular in the U.S. amongst toddlers. I hate this sport, but I had a great time at the game. Switzerland won, and now it is going to be Spain and Argentina in the final. Cool. Don't care. Argentina has one guy that I know. That's interesting. Spain has Ibiza, which is a place I would love to go and get absolutely shit fucked. And those are the only two things I feel about either place. I think Argentina is known for being a little snotty and snobby, I've heard. I don't know if that's true. I shouldn't be saying that on my podcast. I just heard that one time from Greg. But happy World Cup time almost being over. And then football season is right around the corner, which means I'm going to be doing, I already did one podcast. This is the time of year when I start doing Panthers season previews because I'm the only Panthers fan that a lot of people know. If you have a football podcast, and you want to get a Panthers fan guest on, I get reached out to a lot. I am one of not a whole lot of Panthers fans in the entire world, but I'm certainly the only one that a lot of people know in LA. But I just did the Steffi Smalls show yesterday. Check that out, Panthers season preview. And then on Monday, I'm doing my favorite podcast. It's called the Sports Gambling Podcast. And I did it last year, and I'm the Panthers insider. Full hour. If you guys want to see a full hour of Gucci greatness, doing a Panthers season preview with best bets. If you want to win money, my bets last year absolutely cashed money. I'm not just a homer. I do know things. So tune in if you want to make some money. If you're a degenerate gambler. But that's just exciting times. This is an exciting time of year. My birthday coming up. I don't know what I'm going to do. I am really excited to have a girlfriend on my birthday for the first time in 10 years. I'm going to give her a big kiss. She's going to take me to dinner. She wants to take me to dinner. No one's taken me to dinner for my birthday in 10 years. I'm going to cry. She wants to go to like a nice place. I want to go to Outback Steakhouse. She won't let me. I used to go when I was a kid. I went to Outback Steakhouse every single year for my birthday. And I'm not a steak guy. I don't even like steak. I don't get the steak. I'll get like a chicken. I'll get like a chicken on the bobby. It was great with mushrooms on it and shit. It's all really about that brown bread. Brown bread. Outback's the best, but she refuses to let me be that kind of person. And financially, the responsible thing to do would be to just let her take me to the nicest place possible. Just because I can never afford to do that myself. But I will once all of you, every single one of you Venmos at Ryan O'Flan, please, out of the goodness of your heart, please. And I will say thank you. And I will mention you as a sponsor of the podcast. Oh, I have a sponsor of this episode. Shout out to Daniel Hill. Thank you, Daniel. My only new sponsor, he actually went to sponsor the last one, and I believe I forgot to mention him. So he Venmo'd me again. Thank you, Daniel Hill. I forget if he said anything that he wanted me to say. But Daniel, I love you, man. I love you, and I love your family. And I love your legs. And I love the small of your back. I love the nape of your neck, Daniel. I love the way the moon bounces off your ass. So thank you for being a sponsor. I can't give all of you that treatment and I know all of you are going to Venmo me $10. I can't give all of you that treatment that I gave Daniel. But Daniel was a sponsor before I begged and pleaded. I guess I gotta wrap this up soon because you're not gonna believe this. I gotta go do DoorDash now. Fuck, dude. I should record a podcast while I'm doing DoorDash. Huh. Interesting. I could wear one of those like GoPro things that films me on my head and it comes around and like films my face. And then I just record the podcast. And I'm not going to include the customers at all. It would just be me doing DoorDash, but also just talking about comedy and whatever. Please do come to see me on tour. I desperately need this one to go well. I'm trying to shoot a special next year. 800-pound gorilla. You know, I talked to them like a couple of years ago about doing a special, and I've just been putting it off. I don't like my material. I haven't liked my material in years, but you know, you don't have to. I never feel like I'm ready because none of my jokes are ever done. They're never polished. I'm trying to submit to this show. I'm trying to get a 5-minute tape to submit to this show called, I don't know, my manager's hit me up about this show. It is called Pass the Mic, THA. Pass the Mic. So obviously not going to get on this show. Seems like I don't have quite the complexion to get on this show. But they said it's produced by Martin Lawrence, Joe Coy, and Leslie Small. I can't imagine any of them are huge fans of my comedy. But they said send in a tape, and they're going to take as many tapes as you want to send in. So I'll send in a few different clips of me doing stand-up, and it's of jokes that I wouldn't really want to do on the show. So hopefully they would just accept that, hey, this guy's like, I like his comedy. I don't want him to do these particular jokes. Because none of my jokes are ever polished. You guys have seen me do stand-up. I'm a little loosey-goosey. But with a special, maybe I'll shoot a special like in like the spring or something like that. And if that's the case, I gotta kind of tighten it up. So I'm gonna this next tour I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to. I mean, God, I was gonna say I'm gonna try to keep it, less loosey goosey. But you guys know how I am. Oh my God, I go up with a plan. I go up with a plan every time. I'm not one of these comics that goes up and wings it. I go up with a plan every time, and I almost never stick to it. I am so susceptible to being distracted and to losing my train of thought and talking about something else. And that's why I can't get a good tape. I'll try to get a tape of a joke or a set. And then in the middle of the joke, I'll just be like, I don't feel like talking about this anymore. Well, there goes the tape then. So maybe Pass the Mic will be cool with me just being a absolute moron. But that's what I'm trying to do right now. Hope everyone had a great 4th of July. I had a great 4th of July for the most part. Fireworks on the beach. Has anyone ever done that before? LA has a lot of people that, I'm sure every place does, but LA certainly has a lot of people that'll buy their own fireworks, and everyone's just like, let's all get together and everyone light your fireworks up in the air. What a fan I am of fireworks. Sorry if your dog is afraid of fireworks. I don't know, maybe your dog is kind of a fucking idiot. Can you let your dog know that the firework is way up in the air? I am 3 times as high up in the air as the average dog. No, maybe more than that. I'm pretty tall. I'm like 6'3", 6'4", and I'm 24 years old. And you know what I'm not at all is afraid of fireworks. I love the things. You know what I do love even more than fireworks, though? I'll be honest with you. Drone shows. There was a time last year I was emailing companies that do drone shows and just being like, hey, huge fan. I would love to work for you and do a drone. I don't know how to work a drone. I think I've touched like one drone in my life ever. But if you guys need any help, I could be the ground crew. I could help set up the drones and I could do cleanup. I will drive the truck. I would love to just be involved. Like, that is an example of me trying to find a passion, a career that is something that I like and I'm interested in. I love drone shows. If I could work for the drone shows, if any of my laser heads work for any drone shows, hit me up. I would love to just help any way I can. I can't fly a drone. That'd be a cool skill to learn, but that's not what I'm thinking. I'll clean up the trash at the drone show. I love drone shows. Have you guys been to a drone show? Answer me! They are sick. But yeah, that seems like... But I have applied to jobs at places that I thought would be cool. Like, I don't know if I was talked about this on Laser Show, but a couple of years ago, I applied to work at the zoo, the LA Zoo, because I thought that'd be fun to like work at the zoo. So I applied to work at the zoo as a face painter to paint children's faces, beautiful children's faces. Some of the children are even probably would be sexy. But I applied to be a face painter at the zoo. And it was like this girl there who interviewed me. And then at the end of the interview, she had me paint a dragon on her face. And I painted a dragon on her face, breathing fire onto her upper lip. And it was pretty bad. But she looked at it in the mirror and she said, I've seen worse. And I said, thanks, lady. And then I went home and she emailed me like the next day and was like, you got the job. You're a great man. But what I had seen, and I'm sorry if I've talked about this before on the pod, but so this all happened like before the park opened. I had this interview. And then during the interview, the park opened, the zoo opened. And I kind of thought of I never got my face painted really as a kid at the zoo. Maybe once or twice. Maybe. I don't think, maybe never. So I kind of thought it was like not that popular of a thing to do. I think it'd be kind of a chill job. A couple kids throughout the day want a flamingo on their face. You know, or maybe I can make an anteater out of their little baby cock or something like that. But I thought it would be a pretty chill job. And then during this interview, the zoo opened, and I mean, there were kids rattling the gates ready to get in, like Antifa, like World War Z. And they they stampeded over, dozens of children over to get their face painted right away. Little kids. And they're all going, me, 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 me. And she's like, okay, everyone settle. I'm like, dude, I cannot. This is on the weekend. I'm going to show up to this at 10 a.m. hungover and have 20 kids come running at me. Maybe it'd be fun. And once I got like really used to it and I was good at it. But I don't know, maybe it wouldn't be. In my mind, I thought it wouldn't be. So when she emailed and said I got the job, I said, I got another job, sorry. I just lied. And I felt bad because I got it. She gave me the job. It's so nice. I have no skills. I have nothing on my resume. I painted a pretty Shaquad dragon on her face. You guys know Shaquad? Remember Shaquad? And she still gave me the job. What a sweetheart. And I was like, yeah, sorry. I'm actually going to go ahead and lie and say I got another job. She's like, yeah, you got a job in 2 days? You just told me you haven't had a job in 8 years. You expect me to believe? Anyway, so suffice it to say, working for the drone shows might not be as fun as I might think it is because it's a cool event. A lot of times working a cool event is a pretty miserable experience. Just, hey, I worked in a movie theater. Huh? Anyway, so I'm doing great. In conclusion, folks, come see me on the road in the fall. Cincinnati, fucking Evansville, Knoxville, Chattanooga, Nashville, Asheville, Lexington. Trying to add a couple others. Please come see me on the road. Tell a friend if they live in any of those areas, come on out. Please Venmo at Ryan O'Flan. Any amount that you can. I am not joking. This is not a joke. Please Venmo me. I literally cannot make rent this month. I can empty out, I can take some money out if I need to. So don't worry, I'm not going to be eviscerated. That part was a joke. I won't be eviscerated from my apartment. But I'd really prefer to not. And I have some supporters, and I need your support. I'm not too proud to beg. Please Venmo at Ryan O'Flan any amount that you see fit, and I will mention you as a sponsor on this podcast, unless you don't want me to, in which case, let me know. But that was episode 54 of Laser Show. Sorry, it was a huge bummer, but I love you guys. Let me know in the comments anywhere if you made it to the Elk. And as always, pump up the volume and dance.
Pump up the volume, pump up the volume, pump up the volume, dance, dance. Brio, brio, ya.